Welcome to Proven and Probable. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. Joining us for a conversation is Dr. John Mark Staude. He is the president and CEO of Riverside Resources, where knowledge is golden. Dr. Staude, welcome to the show.
Maurice, great to be on the show again.
Glad to have you and Riverside back on the program. We brought you on today to discuss the 5 C's, which are copper, Cecilia, cash, Canada, and capital structure. Beginning with copper, John Mark, what do the supply and demand fundamentals indicate long-term regarding copper?
You know, we really believe copper is in a long-term upswing. Myself, I worked in the copper business with Magma Copper and BHP Copper. Now Riverside has built a copper portfolio to be ready for this now growing upswing. I think the demand from China, from Asia, and particularly the growth in the United States and throughout the world, and electric cars, the electrification is meaning copper is in demand, and we're ready for it. So copper in Mexico, being a major copper producer, is a wonderful place to be developing copper projects.
Speaking of the project portfolio, let's delve into it. Dr. Staude, last April I attended a site visit with you in Sonora, Mexico, and we visited the Cecilia Gold-Silver Project. The value proposition before us on the Cecilia has enormous potential. For someone new to the Cecilia Gold-Silver Project, please tell us about it.
You betcha. That's the second C, Cecilia. And the thing we like about it is the location. It's in a major mining trend where gold is being produced by other mining companies in gold and silver, companies like Premier Gold Mines and like First Majestic, as well as the recent big discovery by Silvercrest, their development of their veins there. Riverside at the Cecilia project has a major district, over 60 square kilometers, 10-year, big-scale potential for a mega discovery. It was great to have you out there, Maurice, and we've been out there. In fact, I was there last week. We're progressing, getting ready to do drilling. So in the next quarter for us, we'll see continued results from the Cecilia. We're really excited by that for Riverside for 2019.
Walk us through the Cecilia. What type of lithology is prevalent there?
For us, the key lithology is a rhyolite dome. The thing about a dome is it's the right type of impulse, the type of thing that can have gold mineralization. Also, they're veins, and those veins have high grade. The veins are inside of sediments. Those sediments are the typical types of sediments that have gold mineralization. Major mines around Mexico, for us, it's a great type of geology, so we really like the Cecilia project.
Can you provide us with some grade and intervals that have Riverside confident that this could be a game changer?
Yeah, you know, the thing we really like is the proximity to the surface. Gold mineralization, 1 and 2 ounce gold on the main hill. Also, gold in the Cecilia 1, the larger area. Those type of things are exactly the type of things that we like. High-grade gold, 1 and 2 ounce gold, half an ounce gold. Those type of mineralizations over long distances of strike length. We've been able to follow it, 500-600 meter long strike lengths of these veins. Great project, really exciting for Riverside to be moving ahead with. It's 100% owned by Riverside. We like that project.
What are the latest developments coming from the Cecilia project?
The key 3 things right now. First is bigger ground. The district is big and we keep picking up more ground. That's huge. We're really consolidating the major play. The second is high grades. We're following the veins along strike and getting good results along those strikes, continuing. The third is the tracking of multiple targets. We've been able to develop quite a few targets, and now we're upgrading those targets, getting them ready for drill. We'll get the drill permits completed for the larger area. We already have the permits for the Cerro Magallanes, and then we're ready to go. Riverside is so excited by the Cecilia project. We're on track. We're on budget. It's really going well for us.
Sticking with Sonora, Mexico, John Mark, Riverside has been active on another project, the Sandy Project. Please provide us with an update.
You know, the Sandy is good. It's out in the sandy desert. Sonora is a desert area, and we think underneath that sand, where we have an outcropping area with high-grade gold and big structures. Those structures are the orogenic gold style. Those style are the big mines, the mines that are run by companies like Fresnillo, like Alamos Gold. big structures like the Chinate mine, the Noche Buena mine, the Herradura mine. So Riverside at Sandy is in the right place, the right type of geology, and the big scale potential. Those type of things that we stake, that we use our database, where we try to take knowledge and turn it into gold, is exactly what Riverside stated it would do. And with the Sandy project, we showed delivery of our promises. Now we move that ahead. We're very excited by these type of high-quality projects at a low cost of acquisition for Riverside. Gives us huge upside with limited risk.
Moving on to the third C, which is cash. John Mark, allow me to be the first to congratulate Riverside on a successful oversubscription on your recent financing, in which we were proud to participate in. What would you like to say to shareholders?
First, to say thank you. We went back to existing shareholders, and many of them actually participated in the financing. It's often difficult to raise capital, but for Riverside, we've tried to promise and deliver what we've promised, and we really appreciate the shareholders. Secondly, as we put out in the news release, we're so excited by now that we have capital of over $3.5 million with no debt. Riverside's in a great position to grow, not just in Mexico, but beyond Mexico. That cash allows us to do multiple things. Cecilia, further growth, and do additional transactions. Riverside's in a great position. Cash is king, and Riverside was able to get that cash in a financing. So we're really excited for 2019, 2020, 2021. Great position for Riverside.
Let's move on to the fourth C, which is Canada. Is Riverside actively participating in anything in Canada? And if yes, what can you share with us?
Yeah, so we are. We've actually had properties in the past for porphyry copper in British Columbia. And behind me, you can see this is part of where I'm based in Vancouver. So Riverside has a good ability to operate here. So now we've been acquiring and working on different grounds, and we're putting those together. And I think the thing that we'll be seeing is the news flow of the development of an additional portfolio and then joint venture partners on it. Riverside likes the prospect generator model, and Riverside's very keen to diversify into Canada because it is a great jurisdiction to work. We have a lot of partners that people want to work on projects here, so it fits with our skill set to diversify. So Canada has been going well, and we raised the cash, and now we're diversifying and growing. We'll be at conferences and beginning to progress that in the next 6 and 8 months. Yes.
Let's move on to the final C, which is capital structure. Please update everyone on the new capital structure.
That's one of the most important things, and Riverside has been so careful. We now have 62 million shares out. We're in a very good structured position, continue to be a tight share structure after 13 years as a public company. We're glad to actually have the cash, and we think now with that type share structure, we can continue to grow as a prospect generator. It's a great place to be. Myself, I participated quite a bit in this current financing, and I participated in the other financings. And to date, I've never sold a share of Riverside. I wish I had more shares. I'm glad to have a big share book, and Riverside doesn't have too many shares out. The capital structure is intact, doing well for Riverside.
Dr. Staude, what is the next unanswered question for Riverside Resources? When can we expect an answer, and what determines success?
The next key thing for us is really refining those drill targets at Cecilia. I think in the next 25 days, next month, we will have refined and gotten results, and so we'll have out the results from our sampling. I was just out in the field, and what will determine success will be, one is making sure we have all the access for the big targets. Second was that continuity of those targets, and third is confidence in those targets because we go ahead and we'll drill them ourselves. We really like the Cecilia project. We've been progressing it ourselves, and we see great value. The market has not given us the respect we think we deserve, so Riverside's pushing it ahead ourselves. We're very excited by this in the coming months.
John Mark, what keeps you up at night that we don't know about?
It's so important to diversify, and we really want to. So for us, keeping up at night is us delivery of the growth in Canada now. We've been able to do it in Mexico quite well. We know we can do it, but we know shareholders want to see it. So right now we're working on that and looking forward to providing updates on that growth in Canada. And with that, it'll show that we're able to diversify as we've done in the past. We know we can do it, but we want to do it with power, with great value, and for shareholders to make a really great return. Great value for Riverside shareholders.
Sir, the last question. What did I forget to ask?
Well, you're always so good at asking questions, and I think you've covered a lot of things. I think the other thing is continued is how is Riverside going to grow? And the way we continue to grow is with those projects, with joint ventures, and lastly, because we'll actually add more skilled people. So Riverside will be adding other key people to help us grow. And the next 6 months, we'll be actually looking to spread out and expand beyond what we are in Riverside with power and growth. So I think that'll be the next step to go. That will deliver on Mexico, will deliver on Canada, and where we're going next. We're really excited by that. So Riverside's a great place to be holding shares today.
Dr. Staude, for someone listening that wants to get more information on Riverside Resources, please share the contact details.
Please come to our website, which is very easy. It's RIVRES.com, or give us a call at 778-327-6671. We'd love to speak to you. We'd love to interact with you. Please sign up on the website. Thank you.
And as a reminder, Riverside Resources trades on the TSX.V, symbol RRI, and on the OTCQB, symbol RVSDF. Riverside Resources is a sponsor of Proven and Probable, and we are proud shareholders of Riverside Resources for the virtues conveyed in today's message. And last but not least, please visit provenandprobable.com, where we provide mining insights and bullion sales. You may reach us at contact@provenandprobable.com. Dr. John Mark Staude of Riverside Resources, thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable.
Thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable. Remember to like and subscribe for more conversations with the most respected names in the natural resource space. Check out our website at www.provenandprobable.com. The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.